My loving audience take my love and subscribes my channel. And dive B&B stories. Is blood really thicker than water? Or is it just a better way to hide the knife when someone stabs you in the back? We've all seen family drama, but what just went down between the Logan sisters is on a whole different level. It's not just a spat over a dress or a guy. It's a total war. And honestly, I don't think they're ever coming back from this. Have you ever felt like the person closest to you was keeping a secret that could blow your whole world apart? Well, that's exactly where Brooke Logan is right now. Let's talk about that moment. You know the one. Brooke standing there, absolutely reeling. Her daughter, Hope, just walked out on the runway for a rival company. And not just any company, Katie's new brand, Logan. Can you imagine the shock? Brooke thought she knew everything about her daughter's life. She thought they were a team. But then the truth hits. Not only did Hope leave, but Donna, sweet loyal Donna, knew about it the whole time. Brooke is the woman caught dead center, blindsided by her own daughter and gut-punched by her own sister. Why did Donna do it? That's the question everyone is asking. When Brooke cornered her, Donna didn't even try to lie. She admitted she'd known for weeks. She said she tried to stop it. She begged Hope not to sign that contract. She even tried to call Katie during the show to tell her to pull the plug. But here's the thing. She never picked up the phone to call Brooke. She never walked into Eric's office and said, "Hey, the house is about to catch fire." Well, think about it from Donna's perspective for a second. She's always the one caught in the middle. She's the sister who wants everyone to just get along. But by trying to protect Katie and Hope, she ended up being the one who hurt Brooke the most. Isn't it funny how the person who tries the hardest to keep the peace usually ends up causing the most chaos? Donna thought she was being loyal to her sisters. But to Brooke, silence is the ultimate betrayal. Brooke looks at her and sees a traitor. This confrontation at the office led to a heated moment where Donna was essentially ordered out. And the really sad part? Eric is the one who has to show her the door. Now let's dive into Eric for a minute. This man is legendary. He's the patriarch. He's spent his whole life building Forrester creations. And he's been through it all. But this cut him to the bone. He didn't just lose a top designer in Hope. He lost the trust he had in his wife. Donna sat across the breakfast table from him, every morning knowing this bomb was going to go off. She watched him work on his couture line, knowing it was about to be upstaged by her own sisters. Do you think a marriage can survive that? Eric looks at Donna and he doesn't just see his wife anymore. He sees someone who prioritized the Logan name over the Forrester legacy. He's crushed. He tells the family they'll get through this, but you can see the light has gone out of his eyes. He escorts her out, but it doesn't feel like he's protecting her. Feels like he's cleaning house. Eric was forced to escort Donna out, and they are definitely heading for a private conversation about her silence that isn't going to be pretty. He feels like his wife owed him the truth, regardless of her loyalty to her sisters. And then there's Brooke. We have to talk about Brooke's reaction. She's not just angry, she's unraveling. Some of the spoilers are even saying she's heading for a breaking point, maybe even a psychotic break. Why? Because her identity is tied to being the leader of the Logan women. She's the one who made them famous. She's the one who married the king. Now her little sister Katie and her own daughter Hope have basically told her she's irrelevant. Think about the psychology behind that. For decades, Brooke has been the sun that everyone else orbits. Suddenly the planets are drifting away. Katie isn't just starting a business. She's starting a rebellion. She's using Eric's designs, which she legally owns by the way, and she's taking the Logan name for herself. Brooke is livid. She vows to make the label fail. She's ready to sabotage her own sister and daughter just to stay on top. Is she being a protective mother? Or is she just a woman who can't handle losing control?
The funny thing is, Katie isn't backing down. She's done being the little sister who gets the scraps. She told Brooke that she gave Hope a chance to shine, which is more than Hope ever got at Forrester. And, honestly, she has a point, right? Hope has been stuck in Steffi's shadow forever. She's been the scapegoat. Even when Carter was the one who came up with the coup idea months ago, Hope was the one who took all the heat. She lost her sparkle. She felt demoralized and disempowered. So, she left. Can you blame her for wanting to be the star for once? But the fallout is everywhere. It's like a nuclear blast. Ridge is exploding. Steffi is scrambling to do damage control so the company doesn't look weak in the press. She's trying to downplay the loss of Hope, trying to make it look like it was no big deal, but everyone knows the truth. The Spencers are popping champagne. Bill and Liam are gloating. They've won the first round of the fashion war. But at what cost? Liam says Brooke will be fine, but he couldn't be more wrong. Hope is already crying, saying she's destroyed her relationship with her mom. Was the success worth it? Imagine having the biggest night of your career. The press is going wild, the applause is deafening, and you can't even call your mother to celebrate because she's vowing to destroy you. That's heavy. That's the kind of stuff that changes a person forever. And the drama doesn't stop with the parents. Even the younger generation is getting pulled into this. Look at Will and Electra. Will was sworn to secrecy by his parents and bosses. He couldn't tell Electra about the Logan launch because it was a trade secret. But Electra? She's not having it. She feels lied to. She's pouty. She's angry. It's like she's searching for a reason to leave the relationship. Does that sound familiar? It's exactly what the older Logans do. They use secrets as weapons. They turn every disagreement into a loyalty test. Will was just doing his job, but Electra sees it as a personal betrayal. Is she being extra, like some people say? Or does she have a right to be mad that her boyfriend kept her in the dark about something so huge? Think about the mess this creates for the whole family. If Donna goes back to her sisters, Eric is alone. If Hope stays at Logan, Brooke is at war with her daughter. If Electra leaves Will, the next generation is broken too. It's a total collapse of the Logan Forrester alliance. What do you think is going to happen next? Do you think Brooke will actually try to sabotage the Logan label? Or will she eventually realize that she's pushing her daughter away for good? And what about Eric and Donna? Can they really go back to Honey and Bear after this much deceit? I'm honestly not so sure. Once that trust is gone, it's hard to get it back. The fashion world in LA has always been cutthroat, but this is different. This is personal. This is about who owns the legacy and who gets to define the future. Brooke is standing in the wreckage, and she's looking for someone to blame. Donna was just the easiest target. But the real enemy? It might be the very ambition that Brooke taught her daughter and sisters in the first place. Brooke demands to know what Donna knew because she can't fathom that her own family would keep her in the dark. Appalled that her other sister betrayed her too, Brooke orders her out, and seeing Eric send her out the door just adds to the finality of it all. Eric tells the family they will get through this before he exits, but the cracks in the foundation are wider than they've ever been. Let's really dig into Donna for a second. Is she really the victim here, or was she a silent accomplice? She claims she tried to stop the defection, and we know she begged Hope not to sign. She even tried calling Katie mid-runway show to stop the reveal. But let's be real, if you see a train wreck coming and you don't pull the emergency brake, are you still responsible? Brooke certainly thinks so. To Brooke, Donna's silence wasn't about being a peacemaker. It was about picking a side. And by not telling Brooke, Donna picked Katie. Isn't it wild how a family that prides itself on honesty can be so good at keeping secrets? And then there's the Eric of it all. He's been the one person who has always stood by the Logans. He brought them into the fold. He married them. He supported them. And now, he feels like his own wife was in on a scheme to humiliate his family's business. That has to hurt on a level we can't even imagine. He escorted her out the door, and while he's trying to be the strong leader for the rest of the family, you know he's dying inside. He's crushed, cut to the quick by the one person who is supposed to be his sanctuary. Do you think Brooke is overreacting? She's always been a bit high-handed and entitled, and maybe she's finally getting a taste of her own medicine. She's the one who usually calls the shots and decides who's in and who's out. Now, she's the one who's been left out of the loop. It's a complete reversal of power. Katie and Hope have taken control, and Brooke is left shouting at the walls. My take? Brooke's constant need to be the matriarch finally created enough resentment to fuel this fire.
And what about Hope? She's pleading for forgiveness, but she's also committed to her new career path. Can you really have it both ways? She wants to be the star at Logan, but she also wants her mom to be her biggest fan. That's not how it works in the real world, and it's definitely not how it works on a soap opera. She torched the relationship on her way to the top, And now she's surprised that she's getting burned. The Forresters are circling the wagons, as they say. They're doing damage control, trying to make sure the company doesn't look weak. But how can you look strong when your own family is falling apart? Steffi is downplaying the loss of Hope, but everyone knows Hope is a huge talent. Losing her to a rival is a massive blow, and the press is going to have a field day with it. This runway ambush was designed to be as public and as humiliating as possible, and it worked. I'm really curious about where Donna goes from here. She's the middle sister who always gets squeezed. She's not a schemer like Katie, and she's not a powerhouse like Brooke. She's just someone who wants everyone to be happy. But in this family, that's an impossible job. She's now here near done being ripped in two. She's going to have to pick a side once and for all, and whichever one she picks, she's going to lose something. If she stays with her sisters, she loses Eric. If she goes back to Eric, she has to turn her back on Katie and Hope. What would you do? The Spencers are definitely the winners this week. Bill and Liam are celebrating the coup of the decade. They've managed to snatch the face of Forrester Creations and put it on their own brand. And the best part? They didn't even have to do the dirty work. They just sat back and let the Logans tear each other apart. Bill is gloating, Liam is playing the supportive husband, and the Forresters are left in the wreckage. But let's look at the psychological side of this. Brooke is experiencing what they call a narcissistic injury. Her whole sense of self is tied to being the star and the leader. When that was challenged, she didn't look inward. She lashed out at Donna. Donna's silence triggered Brooke's deepest fear, being irrelevant and uninformed. That's why she's so livid. It's not just about the business, it's about her identity.
And Eric? He's dealing with the trauma of an erased legacy. At his stage in life, he wants to create something that lasts. Donna's silence facilitated the destruction of his final act, his couture launch. By not warning him, she didn't just keep a secret. She let him walk right into an execution. That's why he's so disappointed. He feels like his entire life's work was rejected by the person who was supposed to care about it the most. The next generation isn't doing any better. Will and Elektra are already falling into the same traps. Will thought he was doing the right thing by keeping company secrets, but Elektra sees it as a betrayal of trust. It's the same old story. Is Elektra just pouty, or does she have a legitimate grievance? It seems like she's searching for ways to get out of the relationship, and this secret was the perfect excuse. So, tell me your wildest theories. Is Brooke going to have a full-on breakdown? Is Donna going to move in with Katie and create a House of Logan stronghold? And what about Eric and Donna? Is this the end of the line for them? I honestly think we're seeing the total collapse of the Logan sisterhood as we know it. It's going to be messy, it's going to be emotional, and it's definitely going to be deliciously soapy. Make sure you drop a comment below and let us know whose side you're on. Are you Team Brooke, Team Katie, or are you just feeling bad for Donna? We want to hear it all. And if you want to stay updated on all the drama in LA, make sure you hit that subscribe button and give this video a like. We've got plenty more deep dives coming your way as this war between the Logans and Forresters heats up. You know, the thing about these families is that they always say they'll get through it. Eric said it himself before he walked out. But saying it and doing it are two different things. Some wounds are about what was done, but as we've seen this week, the sharpest pain comes from what was never said. That silence from Donna is what's really destroying Eric. It's what's really appalling Brooke. And it's what might just end this family for good. So, stay tuned to CBS or Paramount Plus to see the fallout continue. It's going to be a wild ride, and you won't want to miss a single tear or a single clapback. This fashion war has officially gone nuclear, and the wreckage is going to be everywhere. We'll be here to break it all down for you, so make sure you're following along. Thanks for hanging out with us, and we'll see you in the next one. Is it just me, or does it feel like Brooke is finally meeting her match? She's spent years being the one in control, and now that the tables have turned, she doesn't know how to handle it. Ordering Donna out of the office was a classic power move, but does it really matter when your daughter has already left the building? Brooke is fighting a war that she's already losing, and she's taking it out on the one person who actually tried to help. The funny thing is, Donna is probably the most loyal person in that entire family, and now she's the one being cast out. She absorbs everyone else's trauma. She loves everyone, and she holds the secrets that nobody else can handle. And for her trouble, she gets kicked out by her sister and escorted out by her husband. It's a tough break for the sister, who just wanted to keep the peace.
But hey, that's life in the fashion world, right? One day you're on top and the next day you're being upstaged on your own runway. Eric is crushed, Brooke is livid, and the Logans are splitting apart 3 different ways. It's a perfect storm of drama, and we are here for every second of it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. We love talking about the latest B&B twists with you guys. Tell us, who do you think is going to be the first one to crack? Will Brooke have her psychotic break? Or will Donna finally pick a side and stick to it? Let us know your thoughts and stay tuned for more. Think about the legacy of the Logan family for a second. They started as the invaders from the valley, the middle-class family that challenged the wealthy Forresters. Now they are the ones in power, but that power is tearing them apart. It's the ultimate irony. They fought so hard to be at the top, and now that they're there, they're destroying each other to stay there. Is the Logan name really worth all this pain? And look at the Spencers. They are just sitting on the sidelines, popping champagne and watching the show. Bill Spencer bankrolled this whole operation, and he's loving every minute of the chaos. He's the one who's really in control, and the Logans are just his latest project. It's a masterclass in manipulation, and Bill is the star of the show. But at the end of the day, it's about the families. It's about Eric and Donna, Brooke and Hope, Katie and her sisters. These are the relationships that matter, and right now they're all at a breaking point. Eric says they'll get through it, but you have to wonder, at what cost? The scars from this week are going to last for a long, long time. So tell us what you think. Whose side are you on? Are you cheering for Katie's House of Logan? Or are you standing with the Forresters? And what about Donna? Does she deserve to be forgiven? Drop a comment below and let's get the debate started. We read every single one and we want to know where you stand. Thanks for watching, and make sure you're subscribed for more deep dives into the scandals of Los Angeles. We'll be here to cover every twist and turn as the Logan family war continues. Hit the like button and share this video with your fellow soap fans. We'll see you in the next one. Make sure you're following along with us. Drop a comment and tell us who you're rooting for. Are you Team Logan or Team Forrester? And don't forget to hit that like button if you want more deep dives like this. We love talking soaps with you, and we've got plenty more coming your way. Subscribe now and don't miss a single soapy moment. One last question for you guys. Do you think Hope and Katie were right to keep the secret from Brooke? Was it the only way they could pull off the launch? Or was it a cruel way to handle the woman who's always been in their corner? It's a tough one to settle, so let's hear your thoughts in the comments. We'll be reading them all and talking about them in our next video. See you then. And what about the legal side? Donna knew the designs were legally Logan's. Eric might feel betrayed, but at the end of the day, it was a business deal. Does that change anything for you? Does it make Katie less of a thief and more of a savvy businesswoman? Brooke certainly doesn't think so, but the law might be on Katie's side. It's a diamond power play that's going to have ripples for a long time. So stay tuned. The drama is just heating up, and we'll be here to break it all down. Like, subscribe, and stay bold and beautiful. We'll see you next time.